Hello, that, that did not work well. Hello everybody, it is me, the one, the only VIII, and as you saw from the title, I'm doing another reading. I'm sorry it took me so long to get another one, but let's just say it's not easy to get motivation to read something like the EULA or the TOS. Now I do want to say in the start that if you have any recommendations to stuff I could read, please link it to me. Of course I can't read like a book, but yeah, I don't have anything more in this intro. You will be hearing again some of the coffee shop music because it fits readings well. So yeah, let's get started. LEGO Universe End User License Agreement. This license for LEGO Universe herein after the game is granted by LEGO System A/S Astray1 DK 7190 Billund, Denmark, hereinafter LEGO. Important, read carefully. This is a legal agreement between you and LEGO. It imposes certain restrictions on your use of the game. LEGO and its affiliates and licensors retain ownership of the game, and no rights are granted to you other than a license to use the game as well as any printed materials and any line or electric manual, the manual or terms expressly set forth in this agreement. That was a long, that was a lot to read. By clicking on the I accept the license agreements button below, you agree to be and are hereby bound by the terms of this license agreement. If you do not agree to the terms of this agreement, you must promptly destroy all copies of the game. Okay. LEGO reserves the right to modify and update this EULA at any time, and LEGO will give you notice of any changes via email and/or by posting the amended EULA on the relevant site. Such amendments and updates shall be effective upon your first use of the game after LEGO notifies you and makes them available for your review. The game is distributed by LEGO and/all its authorized distributors. I can't say that, I'm sorry. On DVD, ROM and/all to the lego.com website or through LEGO approved digital download distributors. The game may only be played by obtaining access from LEGO to the game, which is also subject to a separate terms of service agreement. Hey, I read that. And privacy policy. Hey, I need to read that too. I might read the privacy policy today too, but you will see it in like a week because it takes so long to edit. Anyway, if you have obtained the game from any other source, it may be defective or significantly revised from the original product. Use of any modified version may be unlawful and is at your own risk. Alright. And then we get to the like collections or tabs, sequences maybe, I don't know what I should call them. Number 1. Grant of license. LEGO hereby grants you, the user, a non-exclusive limited license to use the game and manual for non-commercial purposes, subject to the following terms. You may only use the game as follows. Use the game on one single computer. Use the game on a second computer so long as the first and second computer are not used simultaneously. Copy the game for backup and archival purposes, provided any copy made must contain all of the original game's proprietary notices, and D. Use content created through the game for any non-commercial purpose. Again, they are saying that you can't copy the games or you can't like get the files, which makes me think of this because we are not. I am not making. Let's make that clear. But people are making the game back, right? And wasn't there something that they had to take some files, or they copied some files but the game was live. So basically that wasn't allowed. But I mean, I guess no game actually makes that allowed, because that would be kind of stupid of them. Yeah. But anyway, let's continue. You may not 1. Permit other individuals to use the game except under the terms listed above. 2. Modify, translate, reverse engineer, decompile, disassemble, otherwise reducing the game to a human perceivable form, except to the extent that this restriction is expressly prohibited by law, or create derivative works based upon the game or the manual. So would that again then mean stuff like LNA, who were not LU, but were trying to be a game after LU or something like that, and they would also be illegal? That's actually pretty interesting, if I would have to say myself. Yeah. 3. Copy the game or the manual, except for backup purposes. Yeah, that is easy to understand. 4. Resell, rent, lease, assign, distribute or otherwise transfer rights to the game or the manual. 5. Transmit the game or the manual on the internet. Well then, use the backup copy other than as a replacement for the primary copy. Use the game or the backup copy for a commercial purpose. Remove any proprietary notices or labels on the game or the manual, or use the game for any purpose related to the manufacture, marketing, sale, or the distribution of plastic building bricks. Any use or transfer is in violation of your above will lead to an immediate automatic termination of your license. Okay. 2. Game. LEGO shall have the right and permission to deploy or provide patches, updates, and modifications to the game as needed or as useful to. 1. Enhance the gaming experience by adding new content to the game. 2. Incorporating new features to the game. 3. Enhancing content or features already in the game. 4. Fixing bugs. There seems to be some weird message you will see in the editing that may be altering the game. 5. Determining how you and other players utilize the game so that the game can be enhanced for the enjoyment of the game's users, I guess. 6. Protect you and other players against cheating. And 7. Make the gaming environment safer. Wait, I lost where I was reading. Make the safer for you. These patches, updates, and modifications to the game must be installed for the user to continue to play the game. For these purposes, LEGO may update the game remotely, including, without limitation, the game as residing on your machine, with or without your knowledge or consent, and you hereby grant to LEGO your consent to deploy and apply such patches, updates, and modifications to the game. All patches, updates, and modifications to the game will be provided to you free of charge. That's at least cool. My Discord is freaking out, but we are not caring about Discord, focus on reading. Title. All title, ownership rights, and intellectual property rights in and to the game and manual shall remain with LEGO. All rights not expressly granted to you in this agreement are reserved to LEGO. The game is protected by national copyright laws and international copyright treaties. Right. Title, ownership rights, and intellectual property rights in and to the content accessed through the game, including any content contained in the game media demonstration files, is protected by applicable copyright or other laws. This license gives you no right to use such content. Well, that's not bad for me. I'm just thinking again of people who took the characters and maybe made them again in Blender or make it like what are they, shaders and stuff like that. How this would have affected them if the game was still live and stuff. I think the laws have changed because the game isn't live anymore, but I don't know. I'm not a legal man. I don't know stuff about legal things. I just use them because I don't know why I do this. Let's just continue. I don't have an explanation for this series. 4. Limited warranty. The game is provided as is without warranty of any kind, either express or implied, including but not limited to the implied warranties or merchantability, fitness for a particular purpose, title, non-infringement, or any other applicable statutory warranties, to the fullest extent permitted by applicable law. The use of the game hereunder, the quality and performance of the game is at your sole risk. Should the game provide defective, you and not Lego or an authorized Lego dealer assume the entire cost of all necessary servicing, repair or correction. Interesting. Some states and countries do not allow the inclusion of implied warranties, so the above inclusion may not apply to you. This warranty gives you specific legal rights, and you may also have other rights which vary by state or country. Lego does not warrant that the functionality provided by the programs based on the game will meet your requirements, or that the operation of said programs will be uninterrupted or error-free. I cannot say that word. I hate myself. Okay, let's continue. Notwithstanding the above, Lego however warrants the game to be free from defects in materials of workmanship under normal use for a period of 90 days, from the date of delivery to you as evidenced by a copy of your receipt. That's why you keep your receipts. It's not just a crazy old person thing that you keep your receipts. Keep them receipts. I mean, that's not only because I keep them, just so I can throw them around or anything. No. This is going... let's continue. Wait, did I actually just forget? No. 5. Limitation of remedies. The entire liability of Lego and your exclusive remedy shall be A. The replacement of any game not meeting the limited warranty of Lego, and which is returned to Lego or an authorized Lego dealer with a copy of your receipt, or B. If Lego or the dealer is unable to deliver a replacement game which is free of defects in materials or workmanship, you may terminate this agreement by returning the program and your money will be refunded. Okay. This is again in caps and I kind of would want to scream it, but I know that most people will probably be chilling and relaxing while listening to this, so I will not do that. In no event will Lego be liable to you for any damages, including, without limitation, any lost profits, lost savings, or other indirect, special, incidental, punitive, or consequential damages arising out of the use or inability to use such game, even if Lego or not Lego dealer has been advised of the possibility of such damages for any claim by any other party. Okay, so I'm thinking that maybe that would mean that would be the part that would save Lego from if you would get scammed in game. Either that your in-game items would get stolen, or you somehow were able to like give out like a credit card details. I don't know how you would be able to do that. They are really strict about how you would have to do that. But yeah, this shows that they are trying their best to not get sued. Like, which if I would have to make a game, I think my TOS would be even longer, just because I don't know what I'm talking about, so I would add extra things. But yeah. And then there's a little line Some countries or states do not allow the limitation of exclusion of liability for incidental or consequential damages, so the above limitation or exclusion may not apply to you. That would be like, I think, if you like accidentally dropped the copy or accidentally bent it or something, you would still be able to get your money back. Alright. 6. Termination. I was gonna say Terminator, but this is termination. This license and your right to use the game shall terminate automatically if you fail to comply with the provision of this agreement. No notice shall be required from LEGO to effectuate such termination. Upon termination, you shall be obligated to destroy all copies of the game and manual. 7. Governing law. We are almost at the end already, and we are 20 minutes in. This is great. This agreement will be governed by laws of the country in which you bought the license. You acknowledge that exports of the game is governed by the export control laws of the United States of America and other countries. You may not directly or indirectly export, re-export, download or ship the game in violation of the laws and regulations of the USA or the laws and regulations of the applicable jurisdiction in which you use or are downloading the game. If you download the game, you represent a warrant that you are not located in / or the control of any country which the export laws and regulations of such country or the USA prohibit the exportation of the game too. So that's something I was thinking, right? Because I'm reading this one, the Unpacked client, and the thing that I am thinking of is if I, because I have the original disc, if I would boot that up, I would have to get my old PC and stuff because my new PC doesn't have a CD port because it's so new and fancy. But I would have to do all that stuff. But after that, would there be a TOS in Finnish? Or would there be a TOS that have been edited to like the Finnish laws? Because that sounds like way too much work to do for every country. But I don't know, say in the comments. I can't notice. I could maybe Google it, but looking at the comments is a lot more fun. Finally, if you are a unit of the United States government, you acknowledge that the game is provided as a commercial computer game under terms of this agreement, and that use, duplication, or the disclosure of any game or any related manual shall be subject to 48 CFR 2.101 October 1995, consisting of commercial computer game and commercial computer game manual. As such, terms are used in 48 CFR 12.212 September 1995, consistent with 48 CFR 212 and 48 CFR 227.7207/1 to 227.7204/4 June 1995. While any successor regulations, a licensee shall be provided to the licensed game pursuant to the terms and conditions herein. Alright, so that's some USA law stuff. I can't get into it because I don't know a single law in USA. I actually don't know any laws. So I'm not gonna get into that, but it did have some interesting things, and if I would know a bit more, I would definitely be interested about that. Now, about the game manual. I do have a manual that I could read in the future. Let me just open it. It's named lego.universe.official.game.guide. I don't know if this is the official one. This is the one that got spammed. Well, not spammed. Got sent some amount in LUCH in like 2017. And I'm looking at it for like... It has 200 pages, which, you know me, I would love that. And because it's a PDF, it has actually images too, which would mean I could actually get some decent commentary too. Yeah, let me know your opinion on that. Wait, how much is it? 8. Entire agreement. You acknowledge that you have read this agreement, understand it, and agree to be bound by its terms and conditions. You further agree that it is the complete and exclusive statement of the agreement between us, which supersedes any proposal or prior agreement, oral or written, and any other communications between us relating to the subject matter of this agreement. Please note that all persons under the age of majority in the jurisdiction are required to have a patent. You need a patent to read this. This is not a patent. Why can't I speak? And you are required to have a parent or a guardian read and accept this agreement on their behalf. I'm not gonna ask anyone to read this for me. They will not read it. Well, actually, I do know one relative who did read it at TOS. Well, anyway, let's continue. This agreement may not be modified except in writing duly signed by an authorized representative of LEGO and you. Okay, that's cool. That's 9. Miscellaneous. The game utilizes the Akamai Net Session Interface. The Akamai Net Session Interface is secure client-side networking technology that harnesses the power of your computer to deliver software and media available on the Akamai network, improving speed, reliability, and efficiency of content downloaded from the web. The Akamai Net Session Interface works collectively with other Akamai Net Session interfaces, along with thousands of Akamai Edge servers, runs as a networking service utilizing a limited amount of your computer's available resources and upload bandwidth. Yeah. More information about the Akamai is available here. And then there is the link to the web. It's http like up and down dot www.akamai.com/client. Oh wait, there's Akamai EULA. I think I said the same thing in reading TOS, but I'm gonna check that a little bit later. Please read the Akamai license agreement available here. By accepting this EULA, you also accept the trans gaming EULA specific to the Mac OS version of the game. The LEGO logo, the minifigures, and the rig and knob configurations are trademarks of the LEGO Group. 2011, the LEGO Group. Alright, okay. Let's make an outro. Okay, so that was that. We got some links. We got a link to a EULA that the Mac OS would be using. I will go check that out later. So you might get another EULA reading. And there also is a EULA for the server thing, which could also be. They are less LU based, so they are gonna be in a later episode. Because I have planned to read some like LU, not LU, just LEGO TOS and stuff. Yeah, that was this video. There has been some speedrunning progress, but that isn't something that is for my channel. So look at Ninja's channel. There might be a new upload coming. I can't verify that because I totally don't know whenever Ninja is gonna upload a video. But yeah, subscribe to this channel and this channel. There's also a video at about here. I'd say about this place. I have to keep going because it takes 19 seconds at the end of the video for it to work. So who I am, look at this. I think this is Ninja's channel and this is my channel. Yeah, I think that was 19 seconds.